Okay, we'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiret Nastaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं चैतन्यमीश्वरम् ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम तत्सत हरे कृष्णा. So welcome. We'll start Bhagavatam discussion.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I will read Prabhuji.
Okay.
Canto 1, Chapter 18, Text 13. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. तुलयामालवेनापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवम् भगवत् सङ्गी सङ्गस्य मर्त्यानां किम् उतासिषा. Translation. The value of a moment's association with the devotee of the Lord cannot even be compared to the attainment of heavenly planets or liberation from matter, and what to speak of worldly benedictions in the form of material prosperity, which are for those who are meant for death. But when there are some similar points, it is possible to compare one thing to another. One cannot compare the association of a pure devotee to anything material. Men who are addicted to material happiness aspire to reach the heavenly planets like the moon, Venus, and Indraloka, and those who are advanced in material philosophical speculations aspire after liberation from all material bondage. When one becomes frustrated with all kinds of material advancement, one desires the opposite type of liberation, which is called apunarbhava, or no rebirth. But the pure devotees of the Lord do not aspire after the happiness obtained in the heavenly kingdom, nor do they aspire after liberation from material bondage. In other words, for the pure devotees of the Lord, the material pleasures obtainable in the heavenly planets are like phantasmagoria. And because they are already liberated from all material conceptions of pleasure and distress, they are factually liberated even in the material world. This means that the pure devotees of the Lord are engaged in a transcendental existence, namely in the loving service of the Lord, both in the material world and in the spiritual world. As a government servant is always the same, either in the office or at home or at any place, so a devotee has nothing to do with anything material, for he is exclusively engaged in the transcendental service of the Lord. Since he has nothing to do with anything material, what pleasure can he derive from material benedictions like kingship or other overlordships, which are finished quickly with the end of the body? Devotional service is eternal. It has no end because it is spiritual. Therefore, since the assets of a pure devotee are completely different from material assets, there is no comparison between the two. Suta Goswami was a pure devotee of the Lord, and therefore his association with the rishis in Naimisharanya is unique. In the material world, association with gross materialists is veritably condemned. The materialist is called Yosit Sanghi, or one who is much attached to material entanglement, women, and other paraphernalia. Such attachment is conditioned because it drives away the benedictions of life and prosperity. And just the opposite is Bhagavata Sanghi, or one who is always in the association with the Lord's name, form, qualities, etc. Such association is always desirable, it is worshipable, it is praiseworthy, and one may accept it as the highest goal of life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
jai. Wonderful, wonderful purport. Wonderful. Sages of Naimisharanya is talking to Sutta Goswami. They're saying that the value of a moment's association with the devotee of the Lord cannot even compare to the attainment of heavenly planets or liberation. What to speak of the worldly benediction from the material prosperity, which are for those who are meant for death. This is the real crux of devotee. So Srila Prabhupada says that our bhakti depends 99% on chanting the holy name. But at the same time, the chanting the holy name depends on with whom you are associating with. If you are associating with the devotees who are eager to chant, who inspired to chant, who are motivated to chant, they'll also motivate us. Or if you are associated with the people who are lazy and dragging away, they will also drag us out. So that's why the association makes so important. That's why sadhu sangha, lava matra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoy. So all the scriptures are saying this. Sadhu Sangha. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha. Lava Matra. Here, moments of association, a blink of eyes. Even Narada Muni tells to, Vyasadeva, when he was a small child, he was a son of maid servant, but he served the sages in Chaturmasya. Because of their association, he got such a wonderful spiritual life. Of course, after that, he lost his mother, and we know the story. But the point is that because of that, next he took birth as a Lord Brahma's son, who could travel any planets, any Brahmanda at any time. We can go to Vaikuntha, Kailasha. That's a power of Narada Muni. So again, as a devotees, that's why association of devotees. Now, sometime you may say, what is association means? Association means standing next to them, taking selfie, or doing a prajalpa, talking. No, association means hearing from them the instructions and taking that instruction into our life, practicing that. So association means always take instruction from the seniors, Vaishnavas. That's why whenever any sannyasi comes, any sadhu comes, we should grab that association, be with him, with her, whoever it is, and hear from them. And, what instruction they're giving us, what are the life lessons they're giving us, so that we can inspire ourselves, we can practice better. That is sadhu sangha. So that's why giving association and taking association makes a difference. We have to take association. Take association means we have to attentively hear from them, and not only just hear and practice that whatever that instruction get. It's not that generally we make a joke, right? Iskan say iskan, hear and forget it. No, that's not the association. Prabhupada says that even bedbugs sit on the lap of a king, and bedbug thinks that yes, I'm sitting on the lap of a king, I'm equivalent to king. But what that bedbug doing? Bedbug biting the king. So similarly, when a sadhu comes, we should not be like a bedbug. We should not disturb them. I mean, we have seen many times when the senior Vaishnava comes, we'll run behind them, take photo, which is, of course, they ask us, okay, otherwise we should avoid. We should do service. Sadhu Sangha means we service. What service they want? They want any help. That is what we can do that. That's what will please them. That's why Prabhupada says one cannot compare the association of pure devotees, anything material. anything material we cannot compare. That, one moments of association. There is a nice story, talks about, I think, Ambarish Maharaj brother. Ambarish Maharaj, who was perfected all the 9 processes, whereas his brother was just opposite. Exactly opposite. He was a great devotee and he was a great, demon, atheist. So, but Ambarish Maharaj was so concerned about his brother. So he requested Narada Muni, you are preaching all over the world. Please do something for my brother. I mean, that's what happens to in our society also. No? When somebody becomes devotee, the relative doesn't become devotee, we request others, please come and help. Please talk to him because he does not listen to me. So Ambarish Maharaj requested Narada Muni, please go and do something to my brother. So Narada Muni went to that Ambarish Maharaj's brother's place. That person, as soon as Narada Muni comes, started welcoming. Hey Narada, come, come. I have prepared various items, dishes to welcome you. 2 legged item, 4 legged items, yeah, cooked so many items and varieties of drinks and varieties of women. Please come, enjoy. This is how that Ambarish brother welcomed Narada Muni. Seeing this, Narada Muni came running from there and came back and reported Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj said, okay, please try some time again. After some time again, Ambarish Maharaj requested. So in that time, this Narada Muni did not enter the house. He stood near the gate, called out to this person and told him that, uh, see, when your death comes, the Yamaduta comes, please ask a question to the Yamaduta. If one unknowingly takes association of a pure devotee for a blink of eyes, what happens? In the lava matra, unknowingly, without any intention, if you take association of a pure devotee, a blink of eyes, what happens? Ask this question to Yamadutas. So this he told and came back. So after some time, his death came. Yamadutas came. So he remembered now Narada Muni's instruction. So intelligent person, he said, no, no, you cannot take me. You have to answer my question. What is the question? Question is that if anyone takes association of pure devotees, blink of eyes without any intention, what happens? So Yamaduta said, we don't know the answer. We'll go and ask Yamaraj. They took this person. Okay, let's go to Yamaraj. Same question was asked Yamaraj. Yamaraj also said, no, I don't know the answer. The Yamaraj took this person to Brahmaji. Brahmaji also said, no, I don't have the answer. So now Yamaraj, then Brahmaji took this person to Kailash, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva also said the same thing, I don't know the answer. Now Yamaraj, Brahma and Shiva, they took this person to Lord Vishnu, Vaikuntha. Lord Vishnu asked, what happened? All three are coming together. What have anything wrong? This Lord Shiva said, no, no, we have this sinful person. He has got a question which we don't have answer. So Lord Vishnu asked, what's the question? He's asking if anyone without any intention takes association of pure devotees for lava matra, blink of eye, what happens? Then Lord Vishnu said, okay, where is that person? He's standing outside. He said, Lord Vishnu told Shiva, Brahma, and Yamaraj, you three go and carry him in your shoulder. Bring him here. So, three personalities, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and Yamaraj, carried this person and brought near to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu told, put him on my lap. They put that sinful person on the lap of Lord Vishnu. Then Lord Vishnu said, now you three can go. They were shocked. All three, Lord Vishnu, the Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and Yamaraj shocked. Then Lord Vishnu said, yes. This what happens if anyone takes association of pure devotees, even for lava matra. Personally, like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Yamaraj personally carry you and take you to Vaikuntha and put him in the lap of Lord Vishnu. That is the benefit of Sadhu Sangha. So this is a lesson Lord Vishnu gave that. So that's why here says Sharan is saying the association with the pure devotees, even for a moment, is so precious. It's much beyond the heavenly planets, heavenly enjoyment, or even much beyond liberation. Like Mukti also, Milwangal Thakur says, Mukti is waiting outside the door. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in Mukti. I'm interested in service to Supreme Lord. Because service here, Prabhupada says, whether in the hell or heaven or earth, wherever it is, service to Lord, that is what a devotee wants. He doesn't wants even liberation. He don't mind going to hell also. He don't mind going to heaven. He's not going to heaven for enjoying. He's not going to hell for suffering. He is going wherever he is want to serve the devotee. That is the mood of a devotee. So that's why Prabhupada is saying that in the material world, people are frustrated. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. The people do generally for dharma, for artha, because they want something back. They go to temple and demand, Lord, give me that, give me this. All this demand comes. Then with that demand, dharma, artha, with the money, kama, enjoyment. After enjoying that, the senses are kind of decomposed or become old. Oh, now I cannot enjoy, I cannot eat properly, I cannot do anything. Now let me go to moksha, let me now ask Lord, please take me. That's why whenever we go preaching, so they say, oh, preaching is the bhakti is not this time, bhakti after 60 years after retirement. But they don't know whether 60 years they will remain, or even after that, what service they can do. They cannot even stand properly, they cannot talk properly. So what's the bhakti can do? That's why Prabhupada says that those frustrated people think that that's a liberation, but that's not liberation. Prabhupada says even in this material world, one is fully surrendered to Krishna, he is liberated. There are so many persons like Srila Prabhupada. He came to the material world. He was a liberated person. He is a Nitya Mukta. So he came here to just to take us back home. He is to give us Krishna Bhakti. So that is the mood of a devotee. So that kind of a person's association we should take. So by reading Bhagavatam, we are taking association of Srila Prabhupada through his purport. We are taking association of sage of Naimisharanya now. We are taking association of Shanuka Rishi. We are taking association of Sutta Goswami. And of course, before that, Parishit Maharaj and Sukdev Goswami, who spoke Bhagavatam. And all these wonderful devotees were here in this call. Everybody's association I'm getting here. So that way, I'm so kind of fortunate to hear and speak the Bhagavatam in your presence. So that is a real sadhu sangha I can get. Prabhupada says, pleasure obtainable in the heavenly planets like Pantasogamorya. I don't know Prabhupada's English. I can't understand that. So Prabhupada says, this can be achieved only when engaged in loving service to Lord. Nothing else. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, na dhanam, na sundarim, nothing else, na janam. You want only service at the lotus feet of the Lord. That's what it is. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena. So that is what, Brahma Samhita talks about. That is completely anointed with the bhakti and love. That service, that is what will pleasing the Lord. That's what pleasing the Atma. So that's why Prabhupada says that which are finished, the material world is finished so quickly. As soon as you leave this body, whatever wealth, knowledge, whatever name, fame, what I get, everything is finished. When I leave, I cannot take anything. But if I had done little service, that's what I can take. That's why Krishna says there is no loss. Bhakti, there is no loss. Even if it one step, one small, service I do, that Krishna will never forget. Krishna will definitely take care of that, and Krishna will give us complete reward for that. So here Prabhupada says materialists are called Yosit Sangi or Asat Sanga Tyaga Vaishnava Achar. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says Asat Sanga Tyaga. So humanizers or those who are after money, wealth, name, fame, keep away from them. Because as soon as we go near to them or hear from them, take instruction from them, we will also become like that. That is most dangerous thing for Vaishnavas. We should take association of Bhagavat Sangi, Sat Sangha, one who worships the Lord, one who preaches the glories of the Supreme Lord and Bhagavad Gita. Such devotees association we should take. That's what will inspire us to take further and go back home, back to Godhead. So, well, Read one more sloka. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I am allocated at 14.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Ko
Okay, Mataji.
Nama.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead,
Ko Nama Trupteyat Rasavit Kadayam Mahattaimat Kanta Parayanasya Nantam Gunanam Agunasya Jakmur
Shall I read
Yogi.
for you, Prabhuji?
Okay, Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Ko namakrapya rasavikatayam mahatamaikanta parayanasya nantam gunanam agunasya jagmur yogeshwaraye bhava padma mukhaya yogeshwaraye bhava padma mukhaya. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, Vishwa Guru, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, Govinda, is the exclusive shelter for all great living beings, and his transcendental attributes cannot even be measured by such masters of mystic powers as Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Can anyone who is expert in relishing nectar rasa ever be fully satiated by hearing topics about him? Purport. Lord Shiva and Brahma are two chiefs of demigods. They are full of mystic powers. For example, Lord Shiva drank an ocean of poison, of which one drop was sufficient to kill an ordinary living being. Similarly, Brahma could create many powerful demigods, including Lord Shiva. So they are Ishwaras, or lords of the universe. But they are not the supreme powerful. The supreme powerful is Govinda, Lord Krishna. He is the transcendence, and his transcendental attributes cannot be measured even by such powerful Ishwaras as Shiva and Brahma. Therefore, Lord Krishna is the exclusive shelter of the greatest of all living beings. Brahma is counted amongst the living beings, but he is the greatest of all of us. And why is the greatest of all the living beings so much attached to the transcendental topics of Lord Krishna? Because he is the reservoir of all enjoyment. Everyone wants to relish some kind of taste in everything, but one who is engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord can derive unlimited pleasure from such engagement. The Lord is unlimited, and his name, attributes, pastimes encourage variegatedness, etc., are unlimited, and those who relish them can do unlimitedly and still not feel satiated. This fact is confirmed in the Padma Purana. Ramnet Yogino Nante Satyananda Chit Atmani Iti Rama Padenasu Param Brahma Abhi Te. CC Madhya 9.29. The mystic derive unlimited transcendental pleasures from the absolute truth, and therefore the supreme absolute truth the personality of Godhead, is also known as Rama. There is no end to such transcendental discourses. In mundane affairs, there is the law of satiation, but in transcendence, there is no such satiation. Suta Goswami decided to continue the topics of Lord Krishna before the sages of Naimisharanya, and the sages also expressed their readiness to hear from him continuously. Since the Lord is transcendence and his attributes are transcendental, such discourses increase the receptive mood of the purified audience. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Further, sages and Naimisharanya saying that the Supreme Personality Godhead, Krishna, Govinda, is an exclusive shelter for great living beings. Of course, it's shelter for every living beings. So not just, but of course, he takes care of devotees much more that. And he says that his transcendental attributes cannot even be measured by such masters of mystic powers, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma. Can anyone who is expert in releasing nectar, rasa, even fully satiated by hearing topics? So the says Naimisharanya asking, even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, they are eager to hear. Of course, we know so many pastimes of Lord Shiva, how he was so mesmerized hearing about Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. That is the story of Pundana when Kerala, Guruvayur. So there was a Bhagavata Kathakar. Many of you will be knowing Pundana. He was so pure devotee of the Lord. He will do Bhagavad Katha, and after Katha, he will close Bhagavatam and go home. Next day, when come back, the bookmark he has given, the mark, it will brought back to the same previous page where he has stopped, where he has started. So all 7 days he did the same katha, because every day he goes home. Next day the bookmark is changed. So he did same thing. So he finished the 7th day. He went home. After halfway through, he realized he forgot to take the book because Bhagavad Gita finished. Book is there in the temple. So he came running back. By the time the pujari, those locked room and went. So, but when he came back, book is there. He could hear somebody is talking inside. The temple is locked. So he's through the window. He saw there is Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati sitting. Lord Shiva is narrating the Bhagavatam, and Mother Parvati is hearing. Lord Shiva is talking glories of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. Mother Parvati is hearing. And after that, Mother Parvati asked, no. So Lord Shiva asked, how was my katha? And Mother Parvati said, yeah, katha is good, but not as good as that Pundana. The Pundana katha was much better. So, hearing this, Pundana was standing outside. So, I am saying that Lord Shiva want to hear or speak the glories of Lord Vishnu. So, that is the glories of Krishna. Brahmaji also throughout you see, and that same Brahmaji comes in as Haridas Thakur now Kali Yuga. He is Namacharya, chanting Krishna's name. So that is the potency of Krishna's name. That's why says Naimisharanya, who is that fool doesn't want to hear the glories of Krishna? Will be satiated? Prabhupada in the purport says that Lord Shiva drank the poison, and that one small drop is enough to any jiva to kill. Lord Brahma creates so many jivas, so many planets, and they are such powerful Ishwaras, but they are serving Krishna. So that is the power of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna's name, fame, attributes, pastimes, entourage, variegatedness, these are the real wonderful. They are unlimited. They are transcendental. Divyam, Janma, Karma, Chame, Divyam, Yome, Vetti, Tattvata, Tyakta Deham, Punarjanma, Naiti Mameti Swarjana. My activities, my Janma is Divya, Krishna himself says. So, same here, Prabhupada quoting from Padma Purana is saying, the mystic derive unlimited transcendental pleasure from the absolute truth. Therefore, supreme absolute truth is personal God, is also known Rama. So, Rama, Krishna, both are same. We chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada, next paragraph says, there is no end for such transcendental discourse. Anantashesha, with 1,000 hoods, he is continuously glorifying Krishna for millions of years. Still, he says, not finished. So that is the glories of Krishna. So that simply for us as a practicing devotees, simply hear the glories of Krishna, simply hear this holy name, simply hear Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, make our life successful. So, like Sejasam Nemisharanya, they are so eager to hear from Sutta Goswami. They're waiting. They're like Parishit Maharaj for 7 days, 7 nights, without thirsty, without hunger, without sleep. He could hear Bhagavatam from the Parishit Maharaj, so Sukdev Goswami. So, same way, we have to have a little taste to hear, that will make our life successful. With this, I'll stop here. Devotees can comments, thoughts. Who want to? Saurabh Prabhu want to say anything, add anything, please? Or anyone else? Okay. Who want to start? Maybe start with Uma Shankar Prabhu. Start. No. Uma Shankar Prabhu, are you there? No.
Hello.
Yes. Go ahead, Saurabh Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Want to add
Prabhuji,
anything?
there is two things.
Yeah.
One is renunciation and one is liberation. I have a deep doubt in this kind of two things. One is renunciation and one is liberation. So I want to know, Prabhuji, please help me about what's their role? What's their actual role and how does they work in individual life in respect of spiritual progress or material progress? How does they work? Renunciation and liberation.
Renunciation is kind of, we are having a detachment from the material things.
Yeah.
That's a renunciation. Like Raghunath Goswami was one of the great personality. Anything material, keep away. So that is a renunciation. Liberation, basically talking about the either mukti, we say, no, going back. So that's why Prabhupada, even to that extent, he says, if I say I want to go, means I am selfish.
Okay.
Instead of that, I want to serve the Lord. If the Lord takes me there, it's fine. Lord doesn't want to take me there, I'm also fine. That's the mood. So if I desire that, no, I want liberation, Lord may take it because my desire is there. My desire is to serve. If my desire to serve means Lord may put me into some other planet. Like, there are pure devotees comes to the planet to take us back. So they don't ask for liberation. So as a practicing devotees, we don't ask for a liberation. We say, okay, give me service. That's it. Wherever it is, fine. Even if you give me one more birth here, if that's what Krishna wants, I'm okay with that. But only condition is that I want to serve at the lotus feet of. So that liberation is something we are looking at a mukti. Renunciation is completely looking for a detachment from the material things. That's the understanding. Hope that makes.
Yeah, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Who else? Uma Shankar Prabhu want to say anything? Are there? No? Okay. Ashide Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams.
Yeah.
Today's class, what we learnt is association of pure devotees is very important. Hearing from them and taking instructions from them, it makes a devotee elevate. So we have to not only just hear, we have to practice what we learn from the sadhu sanghas. If a person takes association with a pure devotees, even for a lavamatra, he is put in the Lord's Vishnu's lap. Such is the benefit. Srila Prabhupada says a devotee should serve the Lord. Here, not only hearing and taking instructions, Srila Prabhupada says we have to always serve the devotees. Srila Prabhupada followed that and he served everybody and he got liberated. And Lord Krishna is the shelter for all living beings and he is also the shelter for the greatest living beings like Lord, all the demigods, Lord Brahma and Vishnu. Lord Brahma and Shiva. His transcendental attributes cannot be measured even by the powerful Ishwaras like Lord Shiva and Brahma. That's what Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada was already liberated. He is Nitya Mukta. He came here, he is a pure devotee. He just came here to take us back. So there is no liberation for Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada already liberated.
He served. He served as
He
the
came
Prabhuji.
from Goloka Vrindavan and went back. That's what it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
As long as he was here, he
yeah,
served us.
yeah. I mean, understand it. We cannot say that he got liberated because he was already liberated.
He's
He was
liberated.
Nitya Mukta. Yeah. That's what it is.
Good point. Yeah.
Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Association with pure devotees is highly precious, incomparable, worth beyond attainment of heavenly planets or liberation from matters. Every chance of association with Sadhu Sangha and Maharajas must be optimum utilized by attentively listening and completely indulge ourselves in seva devotion services. And from Ambrish Maharaj and brother and Narada Muni story, I understand the value of association and bhakti after old age is difficult to be practiced. By reading Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, we practice perfect devotional practice. And even if a bit of service, if we do perfectly, that will fetch all devotional benefits, and illicit relationship will take to Naraka, and we must avoid all illicit relationships. And the story of Pundana, all the Deva Devatas are fond of hearing, speaking glories of Supreme Lord. As practicing devotee, we must develop our desire to improve our taste in devotional services, and hearing Bhagavatam is is very precious. That much I understood, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Guruji. Thank you. Lakshmi Mataji, anything on that?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Roja Mataji, are you okay to speak?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So initially, like what you said about the association is very important. So like, and along with that, like whenever we get opportunity to serve any sadhu, so we have to take that and we should utilize that. So but as we have like in general, Prabhuji, like we will be interacting with all, right? So sometimes it will be very difficult for us, like we get easily distracted. I don't know, like I always try, but still, like I am facing difficulty in that, Prabhu.
So that's why
Getting detachment is not that easy, Prabhu. That's very difficult, Prabhu.
that is the one reason, our chanting in the morning, if it happens, at least some protection is there. And
Mhm.
association also, yeah, we are working in outside world. We cannot keep away from them, right? We have to work with them. We cannot say that, no, you are
Yeah.
not devotee, I'll not talk to you. That's not.
Yeah, and the friends, everyone are very different. It's all very
So
different.
there is a good example given. Maybe I'd have told also. All of us would have played kabaddi during the childhood, right? The kabaddi,
Yeah.
what happens that there's a two teams. One team, one person goes to other team, chanting kabaddi, 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 and he has got some target line to touch, and possibly touches somebody else and comes back, makes them out. But if he stays back there, they will catch him. So similarly, when we go to the corporate world, We always keep remembering Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this should go on in the mind. Like a kabaddi rider chants kabaddi, you have
Yeah.
to chant.
Yes, Prabhu.
So
Correct.
when we talk to them, don't listen anything from them. Possible, give something to them. You, of course, work-wise, take it and don't take any spiritual, any guidance from them. So,
Correct.
if it's possible, give something and come back. After work finished, keep away. So, that's a way to focus as
Correct,
much
Prabhu.
as
No,
possible.
not of corporate is fine, but friends, everyone are like different only. So
You have
I'm
to make your
surrounded with
friends devotees, Mataji.
correct, Prabhu.
Bring
Okay.
bring them to the devotional service. That's a way to help. Wherever devotee goes, he has to make a satsanga. So you have to call your friends, give them chanting bead, give them Bhagavad Gita, somehow give them prasad, something. Of course, prasad at least they will take something. Somehow, bring them to this side wherever possible.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Our bhakti depends on our chanting depends on whom we are associated with. That gives us the importance of sadhu sangha. Association is very important, so that we keep ourselves in track. Hearing from devotees, senior Vaishnavas, and adopting them, what we listen is very, very important. Also, we should serve the sadhus. Sri Krishna and Govinda is exclusive shelter for all the great living beings. What I should do is I should simply hear the Leelas of Krishna, listen Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and chant Hare Krishna Mantra. Prabhuji, this for Roja Mataji's this thing.
Yeah.
I with your guidance, I practice that whenever possible, wherever I'm walking in the school, I keep chanting myself. And in the lift, when I'm going up and down, if I see no one is there in the lift, I chant loudly also. That keeps me focused, actually. That's a very, very great advice I have taken from you. And in my chanting also, I learned nowadays, because people are talking, maybe they get into when we are working also, even in the staff room or something, people will talk something else. But I ignore that and I chant. One more thing, what I do nowadays is that whomever I get, if I get a chance, I talk about Krishna, and I also tell them about chanting. The other day I did with one this leafy vegetable vendor. I found he's into it, and then he readily accepted. But I did not have a card of that mantra card what we have. But I regularly meet him when I go for vegetable. I said next time when I'm come, I'm giving him. But he said yes, that helps. And he is also ready to. He said that he doesn't drink, but he smokes. I said that's not going to give you any well, that is not going to help, and he agreed for that. And he said that yes, and then he also sang some songs which is related to Krishna. I was so
Wow.
happy.
Okay. Yeah.
That is how we can do, because even in our corporate thing, whenever we get something, we can take and can tell something about Krishna,
Yeah.
the Supreme. That's possible.
Yeah. Maybe if you cannot take also, carry some prasad. So you can tell them, because generally the God-fearing people or Hindus, they will not say no to prasad. So carry something. So little, okay, here is prasad. Yesterday I went to temple or cooked something to the Lord today. Something. So that will definitely, they will love it. And also your relationship with them will improve. Because they know you are a devotee. Because see, one thing understand, they are not able to practice, but they generally, of course, there are very less people envious. They will appreciate that you are doing it. So they will be more than happy. So carry some prasad. That's the best thing. So that will help.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, who else? Yeah, Vidya Mata Gita.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
Mataji.
ಇವತ್ತಿನ ನಾನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಸಜ್ಜನರ ಸಂಘದ ಜೊತೆನೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಭಕ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ 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 ಹರೇ 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 ರಾಮ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ. ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮೈನ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಮಂತ್ರ ಚಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಅಂತ ನನ್ಗೂ ಇವತ್ತು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ನಾವು ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಇವತ್ತಿಂದು ಕಲ್ತಿರೋದು. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಗಿರೀಶ್, want to speak anything? Want to unmute? Joining first time today or want to say anything? You're okay to unmute? Okay, not. Who else? Anybody else? Umar Shankar Prabhu, are you there?
Krishna Prabhuji,
Prabhuji.
still not reached home, Prabhuji, sorry.
Okay, no problem. Take care.
Krishna.
No worries. Okay, so we'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Ananta koti vaishnav vrunta ki jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. So see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Pranams, Prabhuji.
Hare